since he already killed the third, he doesn't have to do a whole lot more to justify a late third if he puts it down while he's fighting. There are a lot of Zerglings, but Zenidor has charge, so he's not going to care about that. Phoenixes are starting to amass. And Zenidor is putting down some extra pylons now. So he's definitely gearing up for an attack. This should hit in the next minute or so. And then, hang on.
Game paused. Game resumed.
So Zenidor's Phoenixes scout the Zerglings and begin to harass this position with the Overlord having no defense. These Phoenixes are these Mutas are going to try and pick off these Phoenixes. They do get one. This other one is being microed back, and he's not going to advance into that location, even though there is not really a whole lot at the present moment. There's enough Mutas to sort of harass right now, but Smokey Boy isn't really doing that. In theory, yes, with the Phoenixes there, he can't be too aggressive with the Mutas. But he definitely has the superior Muta count so that he can put pressure and give Zenidor some grief, as it were. But instead, Zenidor now has enough Stalkers that window is quickly closing, especially with these photon cannons finishing up. So Smokey Boy doesn't. There's still room to do damage, particularly at the natural if he swings around at the top and then swings back over to the natural. He can get some work done. Zenidor will pick off a Muta and force Smokey Boy back. And once Zenidor gets maybe another Phoenix, I think he'll feel comfortable to push out. Once he gets, or maybe when he gets some Archons under that. But with 5 Phoenixes, he can micro against the Mutas properly. And with the Stalker and Archon support, he can take up a straight-up engagement. As it is, he's going to move his Phoenixes, just clearing the area, looking around. So far, he's got no Archons yet. He's reaching for them, though, as we see the DTs have been morphed in. So 2 Archons will be made at the present moment. Zenidor is going to take this fight now, and there is a Corruptor in the mix to help tank against these Phoenixes, but there's Archons, so it doesn't matter if you tank for the Phoenixes, because the Archons straight up do too much splash damage. There are a ton of charge lots here, so the Lings can't really deal with the stalkers. And Zenidor has basically hard countered the composition of Smoky Boy for the time being. If Smoky Boy can maybe get some Swarm Hosts, in theory he could hold on, but that's so far off that it's already going to be game over. Yeah, there's not even an infestation pit on the map. So yeah, mutas are not that scary if they don't do anything. Zenidor knew it was coming because there was no gas expenditure anywhere. Basically, he saw a ton of lings and nothing else. So yeah. Thoughts?
Well, as he said, well played. He countered correctly and defeated him.
Yeah, red ahead a lot.
In some senses, these games kind of be reduced to a flow chart, and I think you hit the correct paths.
Yeah, he just got more and more ahead, basically. Are we doing Zest versus Rain today?
Yes.
You'll have to,
Got it.
yeah. Yay, white screen of death. Not really. It was just having a moment. The blue screen of death is scary, though. Because Edward doesn't joke like that too often. He jokes about white screen of death all the time. Are you able to introduce the first player?
Oh, sorry. It's currently lagging behind.
Ah.
Okay, there we go. Alright, spawning in the bottom left, the teal Protoss, stealing Zenidor's colors is Zest.
And spawning in the top right, the red Protoss. It is Rain. I actually use a lot of Zest builds, so, like, of the Korean players, I play most similar to Zest. Like, I already explained I don't really play like any of the pros very much, because my favorite units are all different and whatnot. But just isn't too far. So he can borrow my colors. Mirror build so far down to the building placement. Just about. One slight deviation in that Rain has put his gateway in a slightly more defendable location. Marginally so. Looks like Rain wants to go for some proxy. I'm gonna guess a Stargate. Oh, come on. No, it's gonna be DTs. So he wants to gamble a little bit. Maybe he's not feeling all that confident for once. Not really sure. Basically, I was thinking he'd go for Stargate because Stargate is a macro-oriented proxy. Basically, cost less to do more damage. Well, to do the same amount of damage on average. So people like to... yeah, they have the same average, but there's more damage potential, I want to say, for DTs. DTs will end the game. An Oracle will just give you... at best, DTs will end the game. An Oracle at best is going to kill enough workers that your opponent might give up. But literally, DTs can kill every structure on the map. So, you know. Zester's actually still expecting the Oracle. Because he knows his opponent has enough gas for a proxy. He's gonna kill this probe after it scouts pretty much everything. And Zester's just gone for a really safe 2-gate robo. There's 2 sentries, 2 stoppers, a mothership core, an observer. I mean, even the DT shouldn't do that much at this point, provided everything's in place. One DT is warped in, and it is going to try and get up the ramp, but it is spotted already. The force field isn't really there, but there are stalkers, so this, and a mothership core, so the DT is actually just not even, it's not even going to get the sentry, so that's kind of sad. At least it was only one DT